Hi guys, welcome back. So this is episode 2 of my series. I encourage you to check out my other episodes and to stay tuned as I keep posting. As a reminder, we're going to be talking about entrepreneurship and my journey as an entrepreneur and a small business owner, as well as looking at some different articles and resources and topics of entrepreneurship and learning more about it and kind of exploring it a little further. So just to introduce myself, my name is Natalie Day and I am a student at BYU, Hawaii. I'm studying business management and entrepreneurship, as well as my minors, which are linguistics and political science. So I'm really excited to share what I've learned with you guys today and share some of my insights and thoughts as we talk about purpose and motivation within entrepreneurship. Okay, everybody, so I wanted to start out with the quote of the day today, and it is by an author named Ken Pyro, and he says, "Today is your opportunity to build the tomorrow you want." And I think that this is really important when we talk about motivation, when we talk about why we're doing the things that we do, is we kind of have to sit down and look forward and say, what do I want for tomorrow? What do I want for the future? And then we can use that to kind of keep ourselves going throughout those hard times, throughout our struggles and our trials, because if we don't know why we're doing something, then we're not going to have that ability to persevere and keep pushing through and working on different things. So I love that idea that motivation is our ability to kind of look forward into the future and decide what we want and then be able to stick with it. So today is your opportunity to build the tomorrow you want. So work hard today so that you can reach those goals, focus on your why, and that you can kind of improve on your life bit by bit. All right, so we're going to jump into our main topic of today, and the quote of the day kind of led into that really well, and it is motivation, but more specifically, why? Why with a question mark at the end. But instead of asking that to somebody else, we're going to be asking that to ourselves. We're asking ourselves, why are we doing this? Why are we starting a business? Why are we running the business that we have? Why are we working so hard on this? And kind of looking internally to see the purpose behind what we do. And I think that this is so important, and it's the most important part of our entrepreneurship because it's part of that dream, part of that goal that we talked about a little bit last week about why entrepreneurs do what they do. And I think that it goes hand in hand with motivation, but it's also a little different. And so I encourage each of you to ask yourself why and kind of write down your answer. Maybe it's your passion, maybe it's your dream, or maybe you've seen a problem and you feel like you can make the solution to that. And so whatever that is, write down your why, and then I encourage you to go deeper than that. So take the answer that you just wrote and then wrote, why do I want this? And kind of try to keep going until you find a root level reason for what you want to do. Whether it's, I enjoy making people happy, I want to live my life in a way that makes other people happy. Maybe that's for somebody, or maybe you want to say, I want to improve the circumstances of this general population or this group of people or my community, or whatever it may be, is kind of go until you get to a level where you feel like this is the reason why I want to do certain things. And then you can kind of stop and think, okay, how does that apply to what I do on a day-to-day basis? I don't know, for me as an example, I love helping people find joy. I love seeing their faces light up with happiness, and part of that is the reason why I started an ice cream shop. I felt like it was something that I could do to bring joy to people in a time that was pretty hard for my community, where people felt like they couldn't go do things or they couldn't have an experience. And so that was my way of saying, okay, well, I can do this. I can open the door in this way to help people find joy. And that was my motivation, my reasoning for starting an ice cream shop. Yours might be different, and I know that everybody's is. So kind of self-reflect, think a little bit about what your reason is, and I encourage you to kind of write it down, maybe keep a log or a journal, because your motivations and your reasons can change over time. So it's important to keep record of all those different things so that you can kind of stay on top of it and also look back and self-reflect on what it's been in the past and what it may be in the future. So all right, so I just wanted to look a little bit more into the word motivation and what motivation really is. So joinassembly.com has a great article about this, and it kind of breaks down different types of motivation, the different ways that we as human beings can become motivated, or the different categories it falls into. So they say there's 4 forms of motivation, and I wanted to just focus on 2 of them today. And they're pretty simple when you think about it, but they're great to learn about as well. So the first is extrinsic motivation, and the second is intrinsic motivation. So extrinsic motivation is like a person's ability to become motivated because of outside circumstances. Maybe it's a negative thing, like they're going to receive like a bad grade or a bad review or something like that, or maybe it's positive. Maybe they're working towards a promotion or to being congratulated by something. That's coming from the outside, and it's extrinsic. So I think that it's important to kind of recognize when in our life we're motivated by outside sources. It's better to understand that and to see the different areas of understanding why we're working hard for something. The second type of motivation, intrinsic, is when we're motivated by our inside emotions or feelings. And again, this can be positive and negative. So maybe we want to be proud of ourselves. We want to be proud of our work or our accomplishments. Or maybe we don't want to feel guilty about something, so we work harder on that in order to avoid those emotions or those feelings about ourselves. Maybe we have a certain idea of what we want to accomplish or what we want to be or get done, and that motivates us to work harder to do things. And I think when we apply this to our reason why, I think partially that can come from the inside, and it can also come from like the outside, people's perspectives of us. They say, well, you claim to want this, so you should be doing this, and then we work harder to reach that certain goal. But I think most often it's from the inside. We say we want to do this, and then we're trying to motivate ourselves to reach that goal. So I encourage you to kind of think about your day or your week or whatever, and try to pinpoint those different parts of motivation that you face. Maybe if you're in classes, then you're trying to get a good grade. Or maybe if you have a family, you're trying to please your family or to work hard for whoever it might be that you want to impress or please. And just kind of try to understand where those different parts of your motivation is coming from and how you can apply them in your life. All right, everybody, so that's it for today. That is our second episode on why and on motivation. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you're able to self-reflect a little bit and think about what you want to focus on in your life moving forward, and to try to kind of make that better tomorrow, to find the motivation to push through and try to keep changing things in your life, or to find your purpose or your reason why you do things and why you want to keep doing things, or why you want to be an entrepreneur. So thanks for watching. Make sure you stay tuned for my next episodes, and I hope to see you then.